Yes, sir.
Hello, boss.
Yes,
Good
I wish you
morning.
met on.
Like I free temas is here.
Yeah, morning. Okay, my
Patrol between Lami Yama and Kylian Mbappe. One any better season so far, and I want any more influence on the team so this season. Maybe I will league the Bruno.
Mbappe hasn't had any influence in Madrid. Lama. I don't want is that. Are you okay?
Boss Patrol no
Okay. Oh, it is Mbappe. He is struggling. Mbappe is struggling. Or near to his best. He's just trying to pull out the numbers. But on the field of play, near the best. But Yamal has been so decisive and then spot on. You know, he 2 passes not the mile. And no game him cry. But you look at the 2 passes that he gave in that particular game. And in his absence, in as much as Rafinha has been exceptional, it affected Barcelona. So I'll go in for Yamal. Okay. 8 numbers in the doors. Okay. Let me pick. Michael. Sabish, you said me no worry. Hello, Michael.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Michael. Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. We have a call.
Mama Ntonko. Nami adu na so.
Nami adu. Me the any say. Me I'm a Liverpool fan.
Okay.
And the America is we should not make our expectations be so high because
Why?
right now no. Because the team now Liverpool team now is here. I'm telling you, say they are sacrificing for the coach. Senebeya in the system, we'll get used to it from next season going. Liverpool team right now is like Barcelona team, but the results that we follow the results as supporters. Emma, your expectation is high. Meanwhile, the team, no, all the 2 teams, not what we are all needing in a coach. Say the bear or beat me build the team now might be for next season. The American say you follow results and then you come and years you could my expectation here higher. Killer, you be soon. Whatever that the 2 team no ebenya this season no, we should accept it. So we are performing so well, but say you my need to break trophies. Barca and Liverpool supporters na make us as we actually you did a result setting me any break trophies but one we are not at the end no ya kokasi be a coaches na mo body but ye hwe nso so a omo tena ho che ye omo ye bibi kura omo tena team ni mu che no at the end no okay last season these 2 teams in last season na anko ya my team stress ye my expectation in confirm near relaxing my for next season.
Michael, what's on our kind we Liverpool supporter and watch league 10 points and my expectation coffee. And I mean to it.
Yeah, me stress EBS pay you. Once you new Debbie onto the match no. Once a bit to us na last 2 seasons.
Arsenal is not Liverpool.
It's not Liverpool, all right. What's so what do we need to say? Oh, party we say we all know say we won the league, all right. Oh, but say my year in the high. They free as they say pressure. The pressure be some coaches so. I'm a JB a big team. Ebi so aka the system now wo ye no oboayo pa o hwe the style of
one fan hwe ya wanya hwe system na any title any system bia
enye system bia o title dey ebeje but the meme kire na say ekusi say ya na say bia ankoba so sa the best start ya coach so akoprecha Barca team na no a team pa but we all need time. Some Barca and Liverpool you so once so muja no so a was obi anyina no.
So okay, Michael. Mateo the Fuanuti.
Matebosu, and I feel so Mr. Romy a transfer between a contract between Liverpool and Salah. Here,
When your mother is a more extend you. When your mother is a more extend.
Uluma was a woo because Ubi Bakra now, Messiano, and Zanwako. A power match up.
Okay, Martin Michael. But let me pick my. Ben, good morning.
Okay.
Good morning, Andy. Hello.
Boko there.
Yeah. I'm out to me in Candia, but I've been enjoying quick analysis now. Yeah, on the games. No, really enjoyed it. Now, me bit on the City Nottingham Forest game today. Senior kind, I think that is the best opportunity for Pep to recover from this weird slumping form we'll go through, because I mean Nottingham, yes, have been good this season, but where teams are share so far apart from Feyenoord, I think it's Nottingham and a team almost than your top notch say will go through such a slumping form. When your team be say my chance, my to me I recover with your form. So I'm hoping say then you embrace City. Every team I recover. Now for Pep and quite a man now tie any. I mean, keep it simple. Now try to get a result. It's about the result now to restore some confidence, because that's what is now beating the players. After we lose a number of games, obviously confidence has been hit, and so players need to see a kind of consider one goal pet, then they panic. Now for your fans MP na bro. But let's see how it will go today. Like you said, I think it's a double chance for City, very likely. So for investors, double chance likely for City in the game. But United, Ruben Amorim, I mean, so far, yes, it's been impressive. I'm only ever in the ball here, but I mean, to have won 4-0 and to have seen Rashford and Zexi score 2 goals each in the Chelsea at least, it's a good sign of things to come. As I said, over the previous game now, the player who scored the goal, Højlund, was benched. And so one more mono, Zexi, Ebenya brace, Arsenal, Rashford, Ebenya brace. The Chelsea, the players somewhere out front and Ten Hag almost struggled to get goals now. Looks as though almost share goals number will be 8 missions. So let's see how they fare. But Arsenal is Arsenal, and in the last 2 games for Arsenal, they've scored, I think, about over 10 goals. Almost for Sporting, massively, and almost sign weekendy, almost sign another opponent in the league. As I more West Ham, more 5 or so. So Arsenal are now free scoring, and it looks as though Odegaard, I return team as a fan form Libium, and they look good when they are going into attacking area. So Man U will struggle. I mean, Amorim magic, Amorim balls, and Man U for the friend, but I think this is the biggest test for Amorim ball. Whether we will see the signs Amorim is good enough to be the man or the man you become, and a lot will depend on the game today against Arsenal. I mean, can't somebody match Arsenal there, but we'll be looking out for some signs. Be a Chelsea. In fact, Amorim ball and a bit me even though someone we need modern bonus so we can make some statement out of how the Man U team will play today against a contender in Arsenal. So big game for investors, double chance. I agree with you as well for Arsenal. And again, I think that will be a goals also in the game, because Arsenal are high flying. Arsenal goals there, but I'm sure at least over 1.5 goals there to beat me a PM and for the game between Arsenal and then United. So that's just a bit for the Arsenal. Chelsea game there, obviously Chelsea. We have modern boy and their coach and now there's no way Southampton can stand the might of Chelsea. I think that Chelsea clearly ran away with the 3 points today against Southampton. Just a bit on that one. The game at the San Mamés between Bilbao and Madrid. I think Madrid will struggle today. Minus Vinicius, Madrid and Nimno, and Sheda and your convincing, sir. Now, Akobani said, team my friend Bilbao, Inaki, and then Nico. Martin Bonner when him hono, I mean, I watched them against Sociedad, not that big game. And it proved that on a good day, when things go well for them, they can be, threatening to opponents. That is in there. We have sense you more genetic who experience each other in the for Madrid. It be a now more the summer made atmosphere. will be charged. They know how some fans know about Kerm team. So I think Madrid might again lose points, and so likely say for me, Bilbao rather be winning than Madrid winning points. I think that for the investors, I recommend it. So those who are daring a win for Bilbao, that's also no double chance for Bilbao. It's as a Bilbao for me at home. Some I don't see how Real in this particular shape and form. A bit of a game with some and anyway.
Okay.
And thank
Ben, before you go,
that's it.
no, Ben. So what time am I? Maybe 2-3 minutes, Ben. Okay. Mr. Mohamed, that's my colleague from GH1 TV. Bengali TV, Moko Anamako follow no TikTok. Bengali TV. Ben, 2 quick questions before you go. Enzo Maresca said he doesn't see Chelsea to be in the competition to win the Premier League. Oh, yeah, sure, pressure and a whole year free ho. And the next question is that, are you impressed with Hansi Flick?
Okay. The first one, Enzo. I think Enzo is being smart, and we have manager now your coach. Sometimes it's all smart.
Yeah.
Now play with cards. The only thing say or taking pressure away from his players,
Exactly.
because players no need to Chelsea players and be brain answer than the experience. But he's managed to turn their season around. Or last season they struggled, and to put together new players with Bresa in one team, and you have been long in the game, wouldn't say it's difficult to get them to play and play well. But Enzo are man, and they are playing very, very, very well. And now getting the results now. And now Nicola Jackson, I mean, he's reborn. Jackson is now looking confident and is scoring goals. I think so. Haaland free or cry. He's been about the most consistent goal scorer in the EPL the whole of this year. In the Chelsea, something has changed at the club. But Enzo is being smart in the way he said, all my pressure no, and corner boys, because he knows these are young, inexperienced players. I said, pressure ball most never show much. Say we can win the league. It might bring some pressure and more results and open. So Enzo is being very, very smart, and I like how he's going about things at Chelsea. They are he's quietly building a very strong unit. And one thing about Chelsea is that they have squad depth. They have quality in depth, and even the team that plays in the Conference League is different from the one that plays in the league. And issues are City. Arsenal, any other stumble Europe, as in season equanima, no Chelsea, because what me rested players now a ball league, but just every other weekend, what midweek. Unlike City or Bona or Cyber Champions League, Man U, 4 boys, Bono Cyber Champions League, Arsenal, same, Liverpool, same. But on the end, the players not arrested and book Conference League, maybe. Then a different set place in there. So, a very fit squad. They can go the whole season. So on the quiet or taking pressure away from the players, no more focus on one game, match after match, while the others are also doing their own thing. I think that Enzo is smart. But the point is that Chelsea, from where they are now, are contenders. There is no way you can say we are contenders. And they City and Kenim say beat me and go all the way and almost struggle. Now Liverpool and Arsenal clearly now are the 2 main contenders for the EPL title. And Chelsea are not far from Arsenal as it stands now. So I think that clearly Enzo is being smart, but McCraney said Chelsea are a real contender for the title this season. And said, there is no way Chelsea cannot get close to the ultimate. I know Liverpool and that slot, also a new manager, my constant there, but I don't see how one bit me up 12 so throughout. There will be times Liverpool drop a crowd with their form. They will lose 1 or 2 games. Now Arsenal. Any Chelsea had a chance to close the gap a bit on them. Chelsea, I repeat, are contenders, and Enzo is being smart, deflecting the pressure from his players. Now we'll focus here on just the games as and when they come. On Hansi Flick, when the season began, after some few games, I mean, Ochire clearly said he had the easy. Said, okay, about the team very well. These are a combination of some experience in Robert Lewandowski, a bit of experience on the part of Rafinha, but Pedrimo, Gavi, Casado, our defense, apart from the experienced man of come, most of these boys, even after taking prior, look at the man in goal for Barca. How many experienced players, sir? It is for him to have managed to, from the start, get them to play the way they were playing. No munya results, no munya. Me, I've been impressed with him, honestly, because we saw the team under Javi, our own Javi, and how poor, they were. And to have brought in, Hansi Flick, now with the injuries to some of the key players, now young boys are promoted from the Barca B side. Now still, even going to the Bernabeu of all places to beat Madrid the way they did. For me, I've been impressed. Even though, yes, in the last month, Niyama now a bit inconsistent after Yamin, Yamal prior, we've been inconsistent. But still, maybe Ukraine, as a Barca fan, I have been so impressed with the Jumana Hansi Flick because in Crown Crana, you don't go any results now, boys, they churning out. Ordinary, a lot of coaches will struggle to get those boys to play and get the results we are getting because Ukraine said these boys before this season, some of them were so nobodies. Nobody really knew about some of these boys, and suddenly we're seeing them play and getting results in the way they are getting it. Yeah, I'm impressed, and I think that my assessment of Hansi Flick is that very good coach who was given a very difficult team to manage, but so far, what Bombardier team let me anya results my team confidence arises to a level that my team let me acquire him this season.
Okay, my last question. We've seen Arsenal, Liverpool bottling the league several times. So, omo take leader. Omo say omo be kwa iba be wi na Manchester City abeje. So trend na be follow this time ana.
Anka the City go through can see then I would have said that with City around, you can never be too confident and too sure of Liverpool and Arsenal. Liverpool because they have an EPL experience, the first time in the even Klopp crowned himself. I won a bra 8 or so years at Liverpool, or struggle at the point when me and dominated league, with Pep Guardiola and City around. In the City slump, surprising to everybody now. But our moment may open the 10+ point gap between them and City. And Kameka say, still the City around and they can recover and get things. But me hit the team, seriously. I mean, where say Rodri and Mbappe stay out for this long. Now midfield, without Kovacic, I look at this poor and so porous because the kind of City defense in there over the years it's always been bad. Or defense in City there it's always been that bad. Just that, fortunately for them, they defend in numbers and so they consist a few goals and two them home flaws in the But Rodri free, Mona Kovacic cover a crown now so free, Now they've been so exposed, and it's surprising to see how players almost see a kind with all the experience they have in defenders. Now her mistakes are sometimes almost committed. They are easily pulled out of position in defense. Not players here running through the defense easily. I don't see how they can recover to challenge it. I mean, Liverpool and Arsenal. And for this season, I think one of Liverpool, Arsenal, and even perhaps Chelsea can get to win it. I don't think they will bottle it, this season because it is now. It names some way to me. I recover Chelsea. It may just not happen because Sunny and Nema come out in a day. Me who know how they can recover and really upset Liverpool and Arsenal or Chelsea this season.
Okay. Otoado nkwa na aso ontana. In just less than 1 minute.
Otoado. Black Stars. Me personally, I have been I've been undecided on so cool, so what. My point is that me not sure say Okwa will go and bring anybody better. What did they make answer? Me not sure say Okwa will go and bring anybody better to replace him. Now I say Bako, they say you are going in circles like we've been doing for some time now. Milovan, Miakofa, who CK, Milovan, Miakofa.
What the one has the energy.
Just say we keep going in circles. If we want to really move on from all of this, then we should take a claim for a good established coach. And him say, Coach Wade or Bobra, Orban, he knows what he's about, or we make a big change in the Black Stars team. But say, another recruiting, another Milovan or another CK Konomo I don't see why we should waste our time. That's my honest choice. Especially when Omundilom sign a quiet 3-year deal, which means that you have to pay bigger amounts to let him go because at least he has at least 2 more years plus on his contract. 2 years, you bet me 1 year be off there, then fine. But yeah, Boka Kawe Nana, team no so young for baby Amadia, then let him stay and struggle. And he need a time then fine. After all, if they don't qualify for the World Cup, I'm from second half for Ipimo in your quine, earn to quine like they want to know. What will be our loss? Would have saved some money for ourselves after all.
Okay, Ben, thanks so much. That's my brother from GH1 TV. Obia Uncle Benghazi TV now Uncle follow page, on TikTok. Man, thanks so much for your time. I think say I better arrange we do a proper discussion on the Black Stars or probably the local game one of these days. Thanks so much for
Absolutely.
your time.
Me available, absolutely. But that's a minute.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Richie.
Hello, Andy.
Yes, sir. What's it? I'm meet you.
Good morning. Andy, before I may move it to my question.
Richie, meet you, Nakasa.
Okay, before I may move it to my question, me here umboa we kakra. Me scanning me decoder no. Kesben has been changed to Aseda, and then I am not getting the Kesben TV anymore.
Okay. They are working on that. Omo working on that. Until Omo be who mama. Why? Fault about they are working on that. I think say by next week. No matter of worry.
Okay, may that say. And moving to my submission, I think there was several times the media have been bashing Enzo Fernandez. Because I see it's Enzo Fernandez.
Are you sure the media bash Enzo Fernandez? Enzo Fernandez are now okay. Player now okay.
Enzo Fernandez, Chelsea.
Okay.
Yeah, the media bash this guy a lot. And looking at Enzo Fernandez moving from Argentina to your friend is saying moving from River Plate to Benfica. He is an average player. He wasn't a goal scorer. He wasn't a creator. He was just a game controller and a good passer. That is Enzo Fernandez's strength. Now this guy moved from Benfica to Chelsea, and because of the price tag, they expect him to be a top goal scorer, a chance creator, all of a sudden. And then they keep on bashing him. I know Enzo Fernandez just had a good tournament. Before the World Cup, Enzo Fernandez in Ubia. After the World Cup, in a price tag, when expectation it is quite unfair. But this guy from Benfica, Chelsea, no new BR. He was an average player who had a good tournament. And about Chelsea, expectation is so high to the extent, they want to see Enzo Fernandez playing like a Cesc Fabregas, who is scoring and creating chance each and every game. I think that the media hasn't been fair to this guy. And within a few matches, he is doing what they were expecting, and he's not getting the praise.
Are you sure Enzo is not getting the praise for the last game that he played? He is
never getting the praise. Who praise Nane Chelsea fans and they praise your mother. But for the your friend is saying the media, for the media, the random media who have been bashing him for the price tag. I know
Enzo played well against Aston Villa, right? And Enzo played for Chelsea, for Christ's sake. Watch go against Aston Villa, so the whole media should be on Enzo. Is that what you're saying?
Go against, and not just Aston Villa, no. You see, if Enzo ever against even Noah, not Enzo, your friend is saying he's just playing his normal game, controlling and doing all these things. They will still bash him.
It is because they feel he's not living up to it, billing.
So the question is, what is his billing?
Rich Meba, let me ask you this question.
No, he's not scoring, he's neither creating chances.
Okay, Meba, let me ask you this question. Oh, Ankasa, as a Chelsea fan, are you impressed with Enzo within your setup?
I had no expectation for him because of me, Machano from Benfica, Eba Chelsea. I was one of the few people who are so say best spend that much for him. I was one of the few people because now my expectation for him was low. Me, who do you be?
Okay, so that is you. Rich Casamite.
To me, no expectation, no dear. Sometimes me when they say agenda, and as Argentina winning the boom, so crowd there, I say no crowd.
Oh, Enzo, the Okasa agenda, I wouldn't agree because the Chelsea fans yourself were not happy with Enzo. Were you? You were not. So, Rich, I understand your point that Enzo was not a world-class player coming to Chelsea.
Exactly.
Enzo, and I don't think Chelsea supported Bianca or what to say Lampard. He was simply not showing up. Per the quality of Mamma de Cofano. Obianca said Enzo Mebo to say Fabregas, Veron, Gerrard, Paul Scholes. Obianca said he belonged to that class. But were you happy with this Enzo performance? Now, Chelsea fans, forget about the media. The Chelsea fans were not happy. Oh no, Enzo best game for Chelsea. Okay, I'm only Liverpool 1-1.
Yeah.
He really played. On one bench twice or 2 games.
Hasn't he improved? The best game. One of the best game. But if you watch the Chelsea West Ham and the Chelsea Newcastle, that game now all lobby Bobby Ma Joao Felix share. Watch the entire game. He bossed them midfield.
And no, you cannot compare West Ham game to Liverpool. Liverpool 1-1. Go and watch that game. It was a real Enzo game. I mean, who they said the issue have to do with the media. I even think the Chelsea fans are not happy with Enzo. Until they can answer, let's move on. Move on.
Okay. Sana Muhundi, I wasn't having any expectation for him to say. To me, after me who saw pick. And then Moises Caicedo, another player, praise me be and you can be honest with this. Enzo this season, Moises Caicedo this season is actually the best year between Onone Gravenberch. And even when you compare the two of them statistically, or Shape Gravenberch, I think that Gravenberch is only leading him with interceptions. By banning the tackles, area draws, then grand winning draws, then things. Oshini Bebre. Also, praise no.
I agree with you. Moise Caicedo has been the best this season. But Rich, do you know one thing? Big team on say what big team ah. Onye hwe a omum fi o, and I won't steady. Big team. Omum fi o. And on say Caicedo the oye and then he was doing that at Brighton. It's just unfortunate say last season, Not oye on and off. Even this season, he didn't start well. Go and watch the Wolverhampton game. He didn't start well. But now he's a monster in midfield. I think they're going forward. When Chelsea starts winning something, all those guys, obviously, we enjoyed all those praises. It is very normal when you are playing for a big team and that leveler. Because Chelsea Chelsea lost against City, they drew against Arsenal, they lost against Liverpool, they drew against Man United. Who they going forward? They won't say the Chelsea players go so it's obvious they will enjoy. But once they're going for if Chelsea start winning something, now everybody is talking about Enzo Maresca.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yes, it's big team there. If Mbappe born Obama Madrid now will be heading at them, so go team for man best player. That is it for big team. Chelsea are above them for some few years, but I'm saying that let them start winning. They will enjoy those kind of praises. So for me, all those things are very, very normal. It's rate for an for Friday.
Okay. And then Andy, you bet me I share this aspect also. When we talk about your friend is saying Man City near Rodri, can we talk about say City started the season without Rodri and they were winning. So why is it all of a sudden they start losing and then they are bringing the Rodri into conversation? But there wasn't any Rodri into conversation when City was winning.
Now, if you want to be honest to yourself, the City problem is not just Rodri. The best player for City in the Pep Guardiola era is Kevin De Bruyne, true of us.
It's true.
De Bruyne is now coming back. And if you follow the game closely, last season, Man City started a KDB in a bit Bailey until the final minute. And the last 2 seasons, the best player for Manchester City had been Erling Haaland. His numbers are just crazy. But you see, City team didn't have a problem. They lost John Stones. They lost Rodri. They lost Kovacic. They lost KDB. Pep team is functioning in midfield. From Xavi, Busquets, Iniesta, Xavi Alonso, Thiago Alcantara, Arturo Vidal, Fernandinho, David Silva, KDB, Rodri, KDB, and then Bernardo Silva and other players. All these guys were not present. So I agree, say, Rodri, DNA a factor, but Obia City matters, I follow City. If you want to be honest to yourself, you cannot say it is because of Rodri's absence.
And
you know, 7 games.
Me point now will make Yamami know. But
no, people just trying to justify that.
Rodri. Meanwhile, Rodri no problem. No, they have a lot of problems.
Rodri not picking up. No, when Rodri got injured, Kovacic was playing, right?
Yeah, there wasn't any problem. There wasn't any Rodri conversation.
Now, so that is very normal. When just an issue of just making case for Rodri because he has won the Ballon d'Or. That's all.
Which I disagree because Phil Foden, the best player on PK app. Savino now Makofana back for replacement. Savino no on share go. How many times or buy a crown share go that? He's not contributing to the attacking way. So there are a lot of problems. You almost sent Bibia or Rodri. I disagree with them. Yeah, you
okay,
making that point for me. Me dance Andy.
Okay, thanks. Now, what can you time, right?
No, Alajo, Accra.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I'll be in Accra for the S-Months. All right.
Martin Pachoba hitting me up. I don't know, so baby, DM.
No, maybe DM. You can hit me up.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Hey, you know one for just watch it. Nana.
Hello, Andy.
Hey, Nana. Yes, I know where they do. Yeah, man.
Some Chrome Kakra radio question 1 or 2 been present beside my first, sir.
Oh, I'm fine.
No, Katia.
Okay, my take that.
But already I'm very boko. And I'm say sometimes the boy I'm sure case when I don't come realize this as a boy oh here Madrid match analysis boy. As a minimum so Barcelona for but sometimes was some sentiments be Madrid ma. It was something they see Madrid matches no. Any Barca there I am feel say and you be on this all Barca so sometimes so analysis for Madrid matches for I say or you too aggressive but Barca you do Barca they say we a bit lower kakra. And here my first question. And a second question is say and the minimum at the like something so special about Ferran Torres any coaches be over Barcelona be per se about that Ferran Torres guy but minimum at the ball potting be a player na ball always be a of injury crown ever crash say akwaninya chance at the ball matches no any at the back where ha me pa say me dwuma me ntia say me hu ball be akwane ball cause no minimum so we have Barca game na chances pass that guy they say no me want and na me go for seriously into me so and no say my second question ready
me a quick Ferran Torres as no help ya just Spanish solidarity yamani mobi eno and it does not make sense to show Barca striker no quite Victor Roque and exit.
Yeah.
Not Ferran Torres team, it does not make sense. But or explain and one who Barca team how they set it up. They only give credence to those young guys and the Spanish guys coming up into Yamani movie. That's all. Now on the issue of What's it? Madrid me aggressive. Barca me there. What's it? Barca me low.
Yeah, that's a basa.
No,
Oh,
one
low
thing
tracker.
there be one thing about me. So what's the me? I grew up to watch Barcelona with so much quality. I grew up to watch Barcelona with so much quality. And I love to watch or to analyze teams that have quality. It is all rare. Time I never say Pedro Williams, Daniel Omo. I was always for Daniel Omo.
Yeah.
I was always for Daniel Omo. Why? Because we believe we share the quality no fitting the standard of Barcelona. When I'm analyzing games and I see Barcelona, I see those Pau Vitor, Casado. That is not Barcelona. I'm not saying they are not playing, but that is not Barcelona. Bad in ball, bad there, but that is not Barcelona. So sometimes, Juma, I feel like disappointed the way I agree. Hansi Flick is doing a decent job. Barca needs a more elevated quality material than those young guys coming up. It is sometimes, it is not intentional, but you feel analyzing teams with so much quality than teams that are not quality in warfare. Maybe that is how you see it in that way. But
Okay,
better. Minimum so what am say?
Matoas. I feel Matoas. No, because first need the boy. Say Joe, me try as me free pan na me busa. That questions me try minya
No.
busa sa question.
Oh,
Say now I'm
Time Ben I was starting follow Barcelona.
Oh, Andy, ache. Me follow
Barcelona now. Okay. Okay, Barcelona who said David V at the bench, Pedro at the bench, Ibrahimovic at the bench. That is quality, right?
Andy, you know
Wow,
say it was you. But on this here no, o share basa current situation now team say ABB na ama team na ko wi say. Pastor Demegan so what say ya. So say at that time ni dey na o share economically na basa was very high. But see here no wa share the team say the team yes ya sikasem no e wo form kakra na and ye be fan say sana ye be fan. And at certain time say so share na sa players na obobon na most of them no like they were from La Masia and Nebera team nim. Say Oshima. So what as by can say that quality na that time na wo ho no eni sa La Masia ni ma ye kai bia betuma kofa some other players for other class abeka ho ama form team no. And said they knew what they say. But was they make an what say.
We can have this debate for another time, but since I grew up watching Barcelona, apart from the Javi Iniesta Busquets, I watched Barcelona with Raziga, Van Broncos, Puyol, Van Bommel, Ed Milton. It wasn't a team dominated by La Masia, but let's move on because of the time. Because I'm forward to it.
Pastor Martin, me that's Martin. Thank you.
Okay. Jeff. Joe.
Andy.
Yeah, Joe. Hello? Yeah, but you didn't baby I can say free why?
Yeah.
I'm a tone kappa.
Yeah. I mean, Mitie was submission on Ferran Torres, and I think in a way you were spot on. The Spanish solidarity has something to do with it. But then again, anyone at least if you've been in the Division 2, in the Division 1, Premier League, which is a local league, baby, every team needs a Ferran Torres. Okay? So because I can't say no. I mean, they give you something and they take from the other end. You can't help it, and it's in their nature. Defenders watching Ferran Torres, they don't like going against Ferran Torres. He might not be the best player.
Joe, who is the Ferran? Who was the Ferran Torres in the Barcelona team under Pep Guardiola and Luis Enrique?
No. I'm saying, say, I'm not necessarily pointing it out. Say, then Barcelona had a Ferran Torres kind of player. I'm saying there is most of the time in every team, a Ferran Torres could be a midfielder somewhere in someone's team. He could be a defender. Like most Madrid people are wondering how Ferland Mendy is still in their team. But coaches keep picking them. You can't tell me Pep Guardiola didn't see something in Ferran Torres. You can't tell me it's by accident the Spanish national team keep calling Ferran Torres. There are many strikers in Spain. many wingers, but for some way, somehow, he gets finding himself in these positions. That could not be a Spanish solidarity if he's in the Spanish national team, because the Spanish national team doesn't belong to him. A lot of midfielders around. What you get from Ferran Torres is that they have that banging ability. They go against defenders. For some strange reason, these 4 and 5 do not like players like him. Yes, he might be wasteful.
What does he offer that those players don't like?
Yeah, he gives you that 50-50 presence. He goes in for any loose ball, which you can't say that about Lewandowski. It's true. You can't say that about Lewandowski. Yeah, he is wasteful. That we all agree. He has always been wasteful. It's not like or special qualities that makes him exceptional. He has always been wasteful. Why we name Ferran Torres? No, this is pretty much Ferran Torres. But that physical hustling presence that he gives you. I mean, my boss most at Division 1. We had one player. Onim Goshe. But the one he gives you is he worries the number 4 and number 5 to the extent that they become so frustrated. That's pretty much Ferran Torres. But he has that physical presence, and he's not even built in a 6'4", 6'5" kind of frame. He's a regular kind of guy. I think his height maybe was 6 feet. I don't think he's even that 6 feet. But he has that banging presence. He's going on the shoulder of the 4 and 5. He's in the physical presence. I mean, he's everywhere. So when it comes to pretty much Ferran Torres, I don't expect goals from him because I know I'm not going to get it anyway. But I know what I'm looking for when I'm watching a Ferran Torres. I know he's going to give you that disturbing presence in the center of attack. And then Bakubika Rodri issue. this Rodri issue, listen, I think Man City, one way or the other, were going to come down. I mean, if you stay at the top for quite some time, they were eventually going to come down. It's rather unfortunate.
Motivation and other factors.
Yes. It met a whole lot of things. They are disveimed, but it met that Rodri thing in a way people could justify it. Like you said, Kevin De Bruyne has been their best player. Anyone who has seen Man City, it has been KDB who has been their best player. But then again, the presence of Rodri covers up a lot of cracks. The way his ball playing ability, the way he understands the angles and the dynamics in the midfield, it covers a lot of cracks. Obiseka Walker, he's been 40 for almost 2 years now. He has been 40 for quite some time. But yes, for quite some years now. Why very 40? But because of Sir Rodri presence now, he's able to keep everything calm and tight in it. It covers the defenders a lot. Now he is not there. So now that ball playing ability now, Man City opponents could not test them now. Now the defense in a lot of ways are open. Now we have to see the 4 and 5 go against a dashing number 9. We have to see Kyle Walker going against other runners, wingers. So it has exposed them in a lot of ways. But I kind of agree with you. Kevin De Bruyne has always been their best player, and I don't think people are just making a meal out of it. Eventually, I have associated that as they are going to come down anyway. So it's one of those things.
Okay, Joe. I think time for your time. Look at every Kumas, right?
No, because every goes. I spoke to you, I think, so the other time. Or goes on me Genesis FM.
Okay, yes. Okay, thanks so much.
Pleasure.
All right. Gracias. Oh, Namiba, you're not. Namiba.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, yeah.
Okay. Medawasi say at long last you are accepting me up.
Hello?
Yeah. Mpacho me question here back concerning City. Me
But
personally in your own opinion.
Number one.
Me were UK. So in your own opinion, do you think, in your own opinion, do you think say City could win this title? I mean the Premier League. And if no, why? Because the earlier guy, I think you said he's from GH1. All kind of like when he was making his submission, everything he was saying he left City out of his submission, like calling Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and then was leaving City out of his submissions. Meaning, say, any chance be a big title. So I want to know, in your own opinion, what you also have to say about the title concerning City.
Okay, I think that first of all, Ben is a strong Pep Guardiola fan. Number two, I think that she said the energy work and say team will build here to a certain level, it will come down. It will not come down tactically, but again, the psychological aspect of it, players' motivation will come down, coaches' motivation will come down. So after all, what again? It is sometimes when you get to that level, you expect to make changes within the setup. Pep brought in Savino, started so well, but unfortunately, injuries are bad. I see City to bounce back because so I share the Premier League now. In the last 3 seasons, Premier League didn't the first round of the season. Premier League now the second round of the season, especially last season it was just the last 5 matches. Last 2 seasons it was just the last 5 matches. And no make a case for Pep to come back. But it's likely say Pep will go in for 2-3 players in January. No, the Mbappe fix the whole on the team. But you ask yourself, those players, Barca, will they easily fit into the scheme of things, to the plan and the tactical approach of Pep? And will they understand his method so quickly to adapt to the style? No, let me fix it where the holes in the will the Pep easily convince the players or motivate the players to come back so quickly? So the player almost beat me and get a result. Yes, but almost beat me about 10 points. No, about be take because I think Pep 6 points or Babida, 5 points or Babida, and this is Liverpool. In as much as the coach is new to the Premier League, you have about 90% of the players not the Premier League in Ibida. So the Liverpool isn't the same as Arsenal. It won't be the same as Chelsea. It won't be the same as Manchester United. Why? Because so for Obiti said Alisson, he's won the Premier League. For Obiti said Trent, he's won the Premier League. For Obiti said Robertson, he's won the Premier League. The same to Van Dijk. The same to the likes of Salah and all those guys playing for Liverpool. Until you have about more than half of the players, at the Premier League. That's why they catch on say, more experience when it comes to winning the league. And you almost say Liverpool are bottled under club. But this is a different Liverpool team under Arne Slot. They find a way to score. They find a way to create the chances. They find a way to beat their opponent in big games. So for me, it's early days yet. Pep will bounce back. I see Pep probably in the top 3. I see Pep probably be competing very, very well because he been negotiating careful December, January. But for Pep to come back and win the league, I doubt. I still think Liverpool are a better place to win the Premier League.
Oh, seriously. And then one other question. I think in an earlier conversation with you, when Savinho came into City's squad, I was like, I don't like the way he's playing. And then you were like, oh, I don't think if he's not good, Guardiola would fix him in his first 11. Currently, Ocean progress from City, time or by him. Are you impressed with his play or his contribution?
I'm not impressed of late. In the last few games,
but he convinced me he's a good player and he's going to deliver. That was
of course, he will deliver. Yes, of course, I still stand by my point that he will deliver. He will deliver. You see, a young guy coming from Girona to Manchester City, a new league. Oba, more experience, more league, more mature, all those guys are struggling.
And who are those boys you are talking about, please?
KDB is struggling. Ellen Holland is struggling. Phil Foden is struggling. Bernardo Silva is struggling. A young player but him more. Now, when Vini and Rodrigo came up, they play with Benzema. Right? Yeah. When Benzema left, Vini took over. Now, Sabino, I bet to Ellen Holland, I bet to KDB, I bet to Bernardo Silva. We are talking about Rodri. Rodri is no more. KDB is no more. Bernardo Silva is not playing well. Kawaka is not playing well. You don't expect a new player, or Bobby Rum, all of a sudden to make amends. When City started the season and they were playing well, he was just super. Go and watch City versus Arsenal. Super. But of late, he's not living up because players now are taking up front. I'm more follow almost steps for him to show his class. You know, all those guys are struggling, and for me, it is the reason why Sabino in the last 3 games improved strengths for Manchester City.
Okay, and then my last question anyway. Who make you submission or okay say like players need no more who say, oh, we are Jibida. Is it coming from people outside or it's coming from the players themselves?
It is very normal with any team when you dominate for far too long. It is the reason why I can say no one read forever. Any outside, inside. There be a kobobo ni ashobi, there be a kobobo ni ashobi. Asho almost so the willingness to play, the die hard to fight for your last blood. Sometimes you become complacent. Yeah. After all, you give you a better cry, City 8 da. Na Liverpool lead 5 points no mabeje. City timida na Arsenal lead 6 points no mabeje. So psychologically it will affect you. And so the Barcelona team under Pep Guardiola how it crumbled. It was very normal. It got to a level Omaji Bibia, coach Nimekiaben, so they started losing games here and there. And until I'm Madrid for no more dominate quickly. No more the 1 or 2, 3 players above the realm, so they make amends. So what you say? So the baby change the motivational aspect of their team. Man City, they know Omashi will be out England at check. Omachi will be out to be no. So yes, sir. Preaching towards games, preaching toward the season, both the technical aspect and the players aspect. And I think that again, you have other people from elsewhere, teams and so and make sure say no, they will sit back, analyze the situation. At the end, Pep Guardiola and they start picking those spots, picking those spaces, picking those weaknesses within the team. And it's already the last City games on my bar. First, on the City book game, ding. So who say teams never rush or mark. But the last game that City have played, you see opponents rushing their defense. Why? Because they've seen certain cracks within the team. And see, the motivational aspect in there, it is psychological and it is internal within the setup, not external.
Yeah, may that say anyone.
All right, thanks so much. I'm pick you before. Let me pick. Oh, okay. I'm picking. Let me start from the top. Cypher and Sweden as well. Cypher. Oh, your network is very bad. Mekara say you can go to YouTube and the Kerm Sports TV on YouTube and then you subscribe to the channel. I want to see the sports maybe Bremo and the Kerm Sports TV on YouTube and then you subscribe to the channel. Mamen Peke. I know what to do. Let me start from where. Mamen started from us here. Oh, Alaru. Cypher network. Alaru network. Alaru.
Yeah, and the Kerm.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Pastor Ahoye.
Namiadum Nanswe.
Namiadum. Pastor,
okay, Mami Tun, can I 3 minutes? Right?
Okay, and then again, when I'm person,
Medical analyze you. What's that?
The same who say your current squad, we have what it takes to beat us now because I refuse to believe us now. Bet me actually.
Oh, my analyze it that 1 month. Make up for double chance for Arsenal.
Wow. So who say
yes.
Am I with me? I know one book.
Oh, me said double chance for Arsenal there and just a man team no more. I still have my doubts on Rashford and Joshua Zexi, and then Garnacho. I still have my and Rasmus Holland. If they can be consistent like they showed against Everton, well then United will be a team to beat because I trust Robinson will be making amends and was shown identity from the very first day. But at the Emirates, it will be very tough for United. Double chance Arsenal.
And so what did you say? Rashford, Zexi or Rasmus Holland? One instance.
Oh, that be by Zexi not anymore. Zexi Moha. Or the Zexi could not give bread and Saliba anymore. On the liberation, I'll go in for Holland. But then maybe your coach, I'll start Rashford as my number 9.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. All right. Thanks so much too. One can baby I'll say free.
Because I feel I'm gonna answer mine. A lot of people. I'm gonna answer mine.
Oh, me I'm Kruma Sama.
Yeah.
Okay. My man picking up from the top. Obia Tamanian quick. Okay. You networking you. Face. Hello, Face. Hello.
Good morning, boss.
Face.
Yeah, good morning, boss.
Yeah, morning.
Now, poor man.
Morning. I'm not doing answer.
I'm good, pardon. We're there. Mammy, quick discussion. Pacho, and can be some who contracts about party for us now, no? Like in the contracts or extension or money man and answer or more farm man. And one anime question.
I tell you, with the man contract extension.
Well, that's it.
The ball with the on the one extension.
And Arsenal,
Michi.
and me Arsenal fan. As a and prediction, no me say double chance for Ama Arsenal. Na nga me say because say omo kwa first striker ba na say ateta on first striker bi amba.
Ateta o head o here any day onye na result of first striker bi. You still feel say Kai Havertz would do that job for him. And he feel Gabriel as a backup is cool. And that's how they can say January I'm going to see my baby.
Let me ask
what I say. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Ike, once one to Ike. Would you need the bill? Where why? Ike.
Hello.
Ike. Yes.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. But you may all from Rex may free go from. Yesterday we had a debate about Mo Salah and Lamine Yamal. I could do baby cry quack dane topa. And I'm person me bisa say Lamine Yamal ni Mo Salah this season no. Why not the best? Like why not who is very good? Or see this season or see Lamine Yamal performing Mo Salah. But me
any Salah. Any Salah. But how do you go into such argument? A Barcelona fan and a Liverpool fan, right?
Baku Barcelona fan. Baku omunyina Barcelona and Baku see Real Madrid.
And you expect the Barcelona fan to accept that Salah is better. Salah is better than Lamine. It's an argument in the before the Barcelona. So why do you worry yourself going into that argument? Salah has been unreal for Liverpool this season. And it is the reason why they extended the league 10 points. Salah deserves respect, for Christ's sake. How many players have been consistent in the Premier League? Mo Salah. We've had great players. But how many of them have been consistent like Mo Salah? How many of them? Salah deserves respect. I don't want no question, right?
Nobody.
Okay.
Yeah,
worry. Okay, thanks so much. My memo will be in somewhere. I think of Rimpon. Rimpon. Oh, Rimpon. Network in here. Jeff, your network is very poor. I'm just trying to connect. Jeff. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Jeff. Jeff is not ready. Okay, Jeff is not ready. So let me see if I can pick. Jeff is not ready.
Hello, Andy.
Chilling. Yeah, Jeff.
Andy.
Yes. Whiny.
Maybe say me bisa question you.
But you got free.
Hello,
We didn't baby I got free.
yeah, friend me Nana Kofi. Me can say free bantam.
Oh now you should tilly nana.
Yeah, Andy.
Okay, me too.
Me say me say ochire me Barcelona stadium.
Oh, sorry. Oh, tilly Sabra, I'll pick you. Sorry, me pick. Let me pick. Oh. I'm on for network. I'm a network in it. Doc, I'm picking Dr. Phil. Still, I am fat. Mama Hesemenya. Let me see if I can pick. Edabon.
Yeah, Andy.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
No matter what you saying.
I'm not one answer.
I'm not doing call. Andy, in fact, you, but yet, and if they haven't sent tea. Yeah, Fine, at the too much myself, a dinner, I said, I blaster is at the ama, who tried to beam.
I said Ghana, yes.
Ghana, coach, no one yet beyond. Coaching a year now, she can't bet you an a year.
Okay, one. Okay, as a friend.
Because I feel you come by you because I was a science. My was a science maybe.
And you're Ghana, and you're Ghana, yes, see a hunchly, sir. It do less than I can't say what I can be my politicians. And I already.
Yeah, yes.
And if I'm one.
Sanity.
It is Omana a Timono. Yea, a Timono, Muya, and keep penny phone fire. If you tell dear, or to the baby, so on the unfound. And penny phone fire in your way because ye no yem value your home. Into penny phone fire into coach the woman be say, coach is new yet to be baby. And I'm a one.
If you are, I say, yet, committee cutting us for 1 month, I say, nearby, I did you try rubber. What is our performance? We have been mine. Your boss is matches. You have only 1 match. Draw 2. Be and you say, to be a better Ghana, and you may yet send the J. The J from whom of living and choosing. No more border.
And I must say, and I must say, at a phone.
Edding. The more ya power. More ya.
No way, day.
The Venday.
Mammy for beautiful. Still, you are back.
And
where we are now.
I can say now. It's ministry and sports ministry on. To me, to be and found say, no, the team new column. As for that, I say by yen chastity. Yenya pam coach, ya up coach aba. Cause I ministry in the chair coach in the
Where many go? In the ministry, no more than $4.5 million accreditation.
Yeah.
And no one. And no more than $50 million conversion. Any 1 month and no one.
Roma.
I know.
Roma.
And you see how incompetent they are. It's your better for video. It is Brown. I'm in picking.
That's it.
Okay.
hello, Andy.
Yes, me too.
Now me say Barcelona stadium no. Any Madrid and can say me who difference is here. And I feel Barcelona 1-1, and so yeah, be drew that way. Dabene ye bit my top player and his man.
Barcelona Stadium said they almost in another they are not first.
Do musin pese me difference say woman Madrid there no. Pese me
That's
say
what we
it Barca dem pese me say betimi akata so te say omo de na say difference be na wo omo de ni ma omo wa ye ni bi. De yenso ye wo ye de ni ma omo ni bi. Because na omo ye de
almost in here.
That be Andy that be omo gina too much.
The best stadium in the best stadium in the world now is the Santiago Bernabeu. It is never debatable. Let's wait for Barcelona to finish their new camp. Then we can talk about
1-1. Ana Barcelona 1-1 and so no. Maybe say me who and so.
They resolve that. I think getting to the summer, they will just resolve that particular issue and then Barca can go into the market and go in for players. But Barca team needs a CA, so be a fit Barca or players. Christiansen, you're fit. Arojo, you're fit. Frankie Dion, you're fit. Who else? When did Madrid and your mom pass the bios the name?
Andy.
Lucas Vasquez Nebo.
Andy. Say
yes.
Additions and Kebeboy. Hey, Rafael Yao no class here, the neighbor boy. Eti, ya we mo no me fit to ba hwe na nsan mu okula no we be 3 matches so hun dia no mo kire
Oh, are you sure Barcelona will buy Rafael and bench Rafinha?
No so ya sem na waka nsan. But say we are so to squad depth too.
No, there are certain positions. Almost Real Madrid for quarter replacement for Vinicius and now Rodrigo.
Oh, Dabi.
Wait.
And are you sure Barcelona will
boom.
Meba, are you sure Barcelona will go and buy a right winger now?
Yes, you.
So let's move on.
I used to saga and Kerm, Nico Williams.
Barcelona will not go for Nico Williams, David. I'm going for.
Bye.
Mamma will be for why?
I may say by 1-1 here. 1-1 there. They are a bit medru and Amboa.
Open Barcelona and go to players like Economy.
Oh, that be this is Mamma can play a Mark Testigan, Mimi, only the moons of one blurry. I'm going to pick up flow because the Monaco, and Baclamini, did back up a cloud.
And I have you.
Oh, and I defense say defender agency Jonathan Tano. Or so on some coffin bench. Now I'm a pamu a biflu. Ferran Torres or see a pam.
Meba. Also, Basa and Kofa Jonathan Tano, the defense of one of them.
Oh, you go Martinez in your meeting map, Mamma Marco.
I go Martinez or Bilbao, no, butchered Jonathan Tano.
Be about my pound.
You
different about Basa and
your money team.
There's a difference between Leverkusen and Barcelona and Ameboa.
And they are no credit. And I was say Andy like a
don't know if that was free. Okay, I won't go and
Flake Bano. No pay Argentina ni bina no Leverkusen make for that bino. Palacios bino.
Palacios. No born sisi class unya bino.
Palacios bio Leverkusen. Oze Eji Andy who is Barcelona team Matias you. But it's a Champions League near Peru. Champions League near Peru. You play to do a Champions League.
Yo, Mate. Mato dem obi mre bi why?
Hello, Andy.
Perry.
Andy.
Hello, Perry.
Hello, Andy. Hello, Andy.
Because I can be a chimage and Betty Musa.
Yes, morning.
Kopama, Lama, me pedo the best. That analysis you attack us super, pedo the best.
Yo, Matty. Yo, Matty.
Around the cave.
Caribbean. Yes. Caribbean.
Boss man. Let me say Kopama.
Yo,
Kopama
Matty,
ne
Matty, how do you
Lama. Me pedo the best.
Background.
Harmless.
Andy,
Hello.
good morning. Andy, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, morning.
Me Chelsea
Yeah,
fan
morning,
pa.
harmless morning.
Yeah. Me Chelsea fan pa. Na me busa say
Okay.
and then your match ye ni Southampton. Usha squad nanka ye the boy ye ni your last match ye boy. Yen you see the same squad na say like yen same. Neema Mudrik nomine other place na wo mutabo conference ne bi mbebo. Ana.
I think if I were Maresca, I'll push Kupama to the right, play Jao Felix as number 10, play Nkuku on the left with behind Jackson. But there's nothing wrong. I think he said the last game Jadon Sancho was a bit sluggish. Into Obenchin and Kenya bad. But Southampton only a flexible side. Into with the same lineup, I think they can still deliver.
Oh, okay. So we share game na there was chance bet me win.
I just will beat Southampton. Now, Bola games are more bon. The other games are more difficult than this one.
Okay.
I foresee Chelsea win.
Okay. Yo, me that's it.
All right.
Hello, Andy.
Bobby.
It's the same.
Okay, Bobby.
Yeah, Andy. It's the same.
Yeah, Odini baby at the free.
Because I free tema.
Namiadum, Nanzo.
Yakupo and because I free tema.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been a fan of yours. Yeah, I've been a fan of yours. Me adaup.
Okay.
Follow us. Me Arsenal fan, but me carry
that.
Yeah.
That.
What do you call it? We share Arsenal team a couple of seasons ago, 3 seasons. Me who say your boy home then especially Ateta, baby wabe fa ABC, but oh Andy me tiwa value Ateta. Oh fan the credit man value Ateta. Hello?
He deserves no credit for coaching a team for 5 years, bottling a league twice. That is a big team. A big team. You don't Carlo Ancelotti or Barry Madrid how many Champions League?
Ancelotti is top notch. And only the top notch. Is that
okay, and Slot Bar Liverpool, how many years?
Although Slot so why inherit very good team. Klopp Jan very good team.
And it is not up coach, it's who inherit good teams perform. Manchester City, Barcelona, no, this team. PSG played in the finals. Thomas Tuchel left. They give the team to Pochettino. Do you know? Oh yeah, they.
Oh, like but
what do you mean, baby?
David.
Yes. When Timmy, so and not all coaches, and your coaches in Nana, only the good team more. On Timmy, yeah, maybe how they can.
But also Ateta need difference.
What is the difference?
Oh, the difference because Ateta ne also have been or learning on the job. Maybe be a nice a couple of years ago, in more even Champions League in Mukra. Then gradually, no, I feel on here. I bet challenge for the EPL. Wow, Pep Guardiola. Or be a left, right, center. On then I compete twice. We can't close. Even last season, I almost say, what do you call it?
Arsenal na bottle, but who compare Liverpool na bottle? Because Liverpool lead, but
I'm taking 5 points now. I'm now. Liverpool na bottle here. Go ahead.
Yeah, yes, because yeah, be palm home terminity. Mudini na be share, but Liverpool na bottle last season. But at the end, you be taking lead na here. So by me steady one for Teta credit man. Why man he deserve credit? Kakra.
I don't know why you've coached a team for 5 years, a big team for 5 years. You've won FA Cup, you've won Community Shield. You have been given enough amount of money to sign players. Okay, signing players now. Le bully gina na watch mo bi ase Arsenal na wa bottle. Le bully no bi ase Arsenal na wa bottle. A coach who, when you are coaching a big team, the only thing I will Sabeka in a big team is to win titles. Apart from that, that is my measurement of Hansi Flick about Barcelona. How many years?
Only 7 months. 7 months grown.
Why is everybody talking about? Why is everybody talking about him? She players or don't bobo. Barcelona are back four no almost started the mile. How many best started Arsenal? But is he not delivering? He is. And Arteta, yeah, dear say, or the Arsenal left free actually about Champions League. Or yeah, dear so the Arsenal free baby and Benin. But I'm saying that a big club, you are going to be measured with trophies. Enzo Maresca did how many years for Chelsea? Are you sure Chelsea will entertain him? Give him 2 years without a title and they will still entertain him? No. That makes Madrid the biggest club in the world. That makes El Ali the biggest club in Africa. It is about trophy and nothing else. And then I am a person who
say like if this season is attempted to manage major trophy, be like it should be sacked and accident.
Oh, Mekan season in the starting and Mekan say if Arteta failed to win the league, they need to sack him. What is he doing in the club? Tell me, what is he doing? No, tell me, what is he doing?
That be like, and but he's competing. He's competing with the best.
20 years without a league title. For Christ's sake, are you happy with your team now? That is not how.
Happy.
Bobby, go ahead.
Yeah, me happy. But this year, also the elite coach be answering the system no more. Obeka say obenya trust wo no say ode edman ekwa komana na say this year coaches no elite coach be Zidane na say we dey. Oh, the coach be ani wa obenya gidie say coach we dey the manner. Coach we dey the manner obetumi abe.
Company coach buyer. Enzo Maresca could me back. Massimiliano Allegri is in the house. You are telling me you don't have any coach in the house. Oh, Massimiliano Allegri TV was a only coach.
And Andy, yeah. Okay, Andy, just a minute. Let's talk about.
No problem. Go ahead.
Let's talk about Bukayo Saka. Boy, no, I consistency. Bare 5 years ni. The next thing, no more they folding compare no. Don't want somebody Sancho compare no. No more Sancho this year Palmer. Like I said, boy, no, so moon value what do you call Bukayo Saka. But that boy is top player. By Palmer be Boca Krabi for Sheffield goes be what team Kitwebi. Hey, Palmer left. Why Bukayo Saka? I consistently for almost 5 years. But still, Andy me follow. I say with me the boy no go high, but oh fan no go high. Like
why?
Me say me tiwa say ebo wo analyze about Bukayo Saka. Utumi no fa no go high to say go Palmer be nyoma kakra bi go Palmer ye bye.
Me the go Palmer go high so I then. What is that me see go Palmer ya dey Saka?
Dabi. Unke be that there but okay, not you per se, but me can say like generally I say I'm out for a rate Palmer. Then like even ahead of Saka, I say really? The football fans, yeah. Now you're right.
Do you expect You expect a Chelsea fan to say Saka is better than Palmer? He won't say that. It is the reason why when they were asking me Palmer and Yama who is better, I didn't mind them. Because a emotional argument. You understand?
Yeah.
So Palmer will say one go be Omukas or best starter or Barca, or best starter of Real Madrid, or best starter of Babia. It is the Chelsea fans who do that. So allow them to do it. And I'm a boy.
Okay.
Or we say when we want a better on some amphibia. Because I one standard. So what I say?
Yeah.
One standard. You don't need my point from a neutral perspective. You have already made your mind. So what I say? Yeah. France Bukayo Saka is a very good player. He's not a top player that you are saying. What is his biggest game in Europe? Saka, the biggest game in Europe, you match me.
Biggest game in Europe.
Nibi. So he's a very good player. He's a very good player who has shown his quality in the Premier League. But so per se you don't call that height. You need to deliver at top level. So what I say? And on America, so we have top player. You need to deliver at top level. So what I say? Yeah. I think you've had enough. Let me give opportunity to others.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Oh, Nana Pia.
Andy, good morning.
Yes, sir. Morning.
Already, your friend Apia make us a free Germany.
Okay, Apia, I'm into you.
Andy, we share Madrid this season. If I Rodrigo, Mbappe, na Vinicius. Because of some boy chair and a link up in my Emma born you move so and say just because of Mbappe na wasteful. Because this season the way Mbappe na in him no timid ball or be balancing on what they are first pool. The way Mbappe be make you run or be show ni goals beyond what this time around the call keeper can know about a lack of confidence and I say because of Rodrigo more pressure on the ball.
Mbappe is playing under pressure. And I know one who's a cheap penalty to come out, Rodrigo say Obebana. Well, Apia. Really has taken a match. Penalty by Emma Ochene come out, Rodrigo say Rodrigo Bebo penalty nana.
And only and the influence of Rodrigo ni Vinicius pressure or more game no more bonona the pressure to say also on happen in one because he might be a top player. He's up there between Argentina and France. World Cup final. Goals I was share outside the box and they nail corner keeper hard.
Two stages. Two stages. Rodrigo and Vinicius are certified players of Real Madrid. They don't need anything to prove. Real Madrid have spent 5 years chasing Mbappe. He got to show why they chase him. So he's playing under pressure. It is no Vini, it is no Rodrigo. He needs to step up and show why Madrid chased him for 5 years. Until he's playing under pressure. That's it.
And one question so I'm basically do sir. The first time I was a Obana one man, was it a wrong thing now? Yeah.
The first move that is supposed to come to Madrid that one man was Benzema Gary Bale time. That time there Gary Bale, Ronaldo, Benzema, Oba Obetana bench straight. So it was a right decision not to come at that time.
Okay, but then now you bought we Hazard by near bought Vinicius at the top, near bought Hazard when he position. And I think that at that time Mbappe was having a form and at the bank or bit more pushy Vinicius at top. I'm here the Valverde.
No. The only time Vini played at the top was last season. The second half of the season, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, Champions League final, and Vini ball top. It was Benzema, it was Rodrigo, sometimes Valverde, and Vinny on the left. Hazard send on bench and not. Say Vinny a man will be Bobby. I'm saying the first time Mbappe first time na nko ba na chill. Na Ronaldo mo time. And Antero Henrique ma e ko convince ma mo man tena ya che. Ni nyina ne say. Yes, ni nyina ne say he need now we e ka oni keeper na untime monja we dey nyina time anka wo so ba na wa ma. Anambwa.
At that time, na momentum ni wo na the courage in na you know was so and ya obai.
Na ene dey Mbappe carry me so. O say
they say I think say the 7 just in it one man ya dey ma vinning.
7 just no. Do you know the problem that you people have? You people think Mbappe is better than Vinicius. You the Madrid fans still have those notions at the back of your mind. But one thing I'm who say, there's a different playing for a national team, a different playing for the French League One, and a playing for Real Madrid. South American guys, the level of maturity and the mental fortitude they have, it is enough to tell you that they are way above how you people read them. Rafinha. Barcelona decided to go in for Nico Williams instead of him. But look at the situation now. He's the best player for Barcelona. Those guys, Obi Frini Kromba Betna be deeper. You respect him. Look at how Jude Bellingham is playing for Real Madrid. So respect those players. It is not easy to wear the Madrid jersey and deliver. Top players have come and struggled. Hazard, Mbappe, which him Hazard abobo. Struggle. So you give it to Vinicius. Mbappe need to step up, and that is it. Simple.
And as I say, so quite
Mbappe has
last
that.
question. The Enzo Barcelona more than I see Alex
and Mbappe.
Like you side one more and Granny being you another
Rodrigo came from Real Madrid youth side. Casemiro came from Real Madrid youth side. Rodrigo came from Real Madrid youth side. Ruben Asensio came from Real Madrid youth side. Eddie be now here.
And only under Zidane.
And you person and then team him. Say, what did Ruben Asensio about Beshon?
And when we always say, some the buy no the show.
Nana, Real Madrid, they don't have time for and so. And they just want to win. I'm surprised you people don't know Madrid. Madrid, they won the Champions League last season. They still want to win it this season. They have 15, they want to win it. It is about winning and winning. They don't have time for Yankofan Kramra.
Madrid City.
What are they using those Nkrane for? What the year day? Nana Omfanya day.
Barcelona more jelly,
What's that?
Barcelona more jelly, say,
What's the Barcelona day?
Me say, more toppy, mania in Encra.
What have we won with those players? Played the ball Barcelona how many seasons in it?
Almost like 4 years now.
Europa cry go year and free.
Okay.
And I'm a boy.
Yeah, okay.
Madrid is serious bringing in quality players. You are talking about you go be from in Kerm. It is the reason why they are 15. We are 5. That is the difference. They always make sure Madrid almost to say El Ali. They always work to keep the standard. El Ali who said the Biomoje CAF Champions League be manager.
Okay.
They sack a $200,000 coach and bring in $250,000 coach. That is Ali. That is Madrid. It is Nana Mobi Mrebi. Why? Thanks for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Barbita.
Andy.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm Adomo.
Oh boy, man.
Me town who Hanam say me follow. My do a chair
Okay.
from only a friend saying, oh, host now or untumino. Keneben, yes. Okay, so me a sports enthusiast and me
But
sure
what as a friend?
me work crasses, yeah.
Okay. But I'm told be uncle and this Kerm Sports TV on YouTube. Now I'm on subscribe and the Kerm Sports TV on YouTube. Go ahead.
Very necessary. Me post on my page how am
Mate.
all right. I think I'm also worried about Mbappe's future or Real Madrid. Or a player better than some power. And so obedi me dance here. I say I did way and started Brow by Madrid. It started when I think at the Euros, right?
Yeah.
He was struggling to play. And guy now course you see I no raising concern say time and nurse so bano. I mean tina cover problem whereby. Let's forget about Bra now Madrid person or the or Monaco or PSG no. But recently before the World Cup now Perez person or then the Real Madrid who say back and forth France president and step in. From that time, yes, from that time Messi Neymar Mobeka home ego na ekosu or PSG na mempeze we bono. The sporting aspect, the field pitch aspect no ball no be bono. I think the politics are be running. Nti me feeling is say as I name we nyina pile it up. And I want to me also and I'm penny for watching I say penny we share. Watching I say when a France need you and koha and you say then nyina want to me and free ni team. Now odiko Euros so want to me and deliver. Think say all these things e can huntina or Real Madrid sisiano.
Okay, you have a point, but Keto be because of the time. Muni madia munina mun share Mbappe home. Mbappe baby Osina can be he plays second field. He has never been the face of a team until last season. France, about 2018, he had Griezmann behind him, who has won the best player for the 2016 Euros and the top scorer. The same thing about almost the same squad and experienced guys with Giroud behind into 2022. But so last year, when you go to where it matters most, pressure bam Mbappe to be a went me and deliver. So where okay, on Monday Dortmund Champions League in second round.
Hello. I know be
on say Euros no so where Griezmann nya poor Euros pa. On say Euros no Griezmann and Timi amokra.
David.
Mbappe field. Now Madrid obi say obi bibi he's struggling. I think say Mbappe enjoys with having very good materials or experienced guys taking the responsibility from him. He enjoys it.
Okay.
Meaning so what I say. But the spotlight. That is where he struggles. I think say with time he will recover. Because Madrid will not bench him. He continue to enjoy more minutes. Or is it my first one or the number left? And I know here after scoring such cracker. She 2 goals on I know I can't go. So I think with time things will work out for him. Yes.
He had
I think with time he had a chance to score, give a hat trick.
I think I think where you know I know Kakra say so I force me head left. Do you think say it's about the left or it's about the center forward? Because when Ronaldo went to Madrid, Cristiano Ronaldo, I think Senna Raul was all right. And Ronaldo was forced to lead Ronaldo be leading the lines and all about flanks, about left side.
Ronaldo only started from the flanks in the last 4 or 5 years, but I say from the as number or both from the top.
Until the dynamic can say yes, the dynamic can say big coach as Ancelotti on to me fan shany team said this season you have prepare no on tricking the game no on as center forward. No fan shany teams are no jai say my ball left I mean to me bon.
Mbappe left on Liverpool so ball left 20 amo. The Mbappe's problem has nothing to do with left. People who just try to find excuses for Mbappe because they love him and they will talk about or from the left. Mbappe last season was he not playing as number 9? Hasn't played as number 9 all this while at PSG. Didn't he score those goals? Are you sure if he was not playing as number 9, would he be scoring those crazy numbers in France? No.
I doubt because France score number 9.
It's just a matter of I say, you find it's good for him because we love him. That's all. Right. But I think you've made your point.
Yes, Maminja. Everything is fine.
Okay. Let me pick this one. Oh, what in original swatch? Let me pick you. Oh, okay. Oh, but original swatch? Let me pick no call fly. Okay. Mama here, Emiliano. Oh, I'm networking in your Emiliano.
Yeah, Andy.
Yes, sir.
Morning.
Good morning.
Ready? More questions.
Emiliano policeman.
What's he?
Emiliano policeman.
I am.
Okay.
Me too. What's it? Barca arguably the 3 best midfielders. That's Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets.
Okay.
And Madrid arguably the 3 best midfielders. That's Modric, Toni Kroos, and Casemiro. They couldn't win the Champions back to back.
Yeah.
But they were impressive. But for Madrid, they won back to back. That's 3 times. So, in your opinion, who do you think is better? Because a bit reason that concerns they couldn't dominate it for long. But a band of born about Pandia now, many because David be getting yesterday. But because someone I'm really for European challenge, people also say they were going for Modric and the likes. So, in your opinion, who do you think was the better? Secondly,
I'll go in for the Barca. I'll go in for the Barca 3.
Oh, for what reason?
They were dominant. They controlled possession. They dominated every team in the game, from national team to the La Liga and the Champions League.
Andy, once they were so, like you say, they were all from Spain. In Toka said they dominated for both national team and club team. We better agree because Kroos, Modric, and Casemiro, they were from different nationalities. In the Omenya Kwenya Ambo at the same national team, they might perform. You see the point? But if you are comparing for only club side, I think, though I'm a Barca fan, but Kroos, Casemiro, and Modric, almost dominate more than Xavi time.
Mekasa Obi, they dominated in Europa. They dominated against quality and mature side during their reign. That is number 1. I mean, kind of dominant in terms of the Biano Omidi trophies. But that was a Barcelona team that won 6 trophies in 1 season. That is dominant. Again, when they played with opponents, they were dominant as well. Individually, if you pick the players one by one, the Barcelona players are still ahead individually. Busquets, Casemiro, Xavi, Kroos, Modric, Iniesta. The Barcelona players, in terms of one-on-one, they were still the best. In the La Liga, they were dominant and they were still the best. It is the reason why I'm going for them. So, Omoya like your free country back. Omoya like your free country back. So, there. And yet, are you saying that if Barcelona parade Casado and then Pedri ne Daniel Oma. Almost back dominating Grofo Europe ne we are seeing Nana. The answer is no. It is because they don't have the quality to dominate. But these guys showed it everywhere. What I say?
Okay.
So that's my reason. And then I was the second question here. Barcelona fans.
Flake about Basay. I say ne weapon can say that highline defense. And do you think that this can, continue throughout the season? Because I say, only say teams be here beating that highline defense. So do you think that Flake should continue using this highline defense? And I say, on Sankakra.
Obesisano. And you make plan about Obesisano. Do you know why?
Okay.
Say Arojo ba. Now say Christiansen ba. He will not go into a high line again. Because the high line won't say it's in perform. You only need to be cautious. And you give Barcelona 4-5. Obesisano. I think he's making case for these young guys because of who's Matias here. But Arojo ba now say Christiansen ba now that matured guys now. He will not stick to the high line again because it will work against him.
Okay, so Andy, my last question. So if all these injured players never back to Barcelona, I mean, their defense aspects are, who do you think is benchy between Inigo and Paco Bas? Because it seems that I'm a parent, working. So do you think Aljo can, beat
going forward
any of them?
Obebenchi Inigo.
No, I pair.
Obebenchi Inigo Martinez.
Oh, okay.
Arojo, yeah.
Okay. All right, Milas Andy.
Okay. Mama, Jet, I'm a pick Jet. Jet, my also original swat check. Jet, your line is for Jet. Jet, you know, my NT and so bad swatch. Charlie, your network not be good though.
Andy, good morning.
Yes, sir. Original swatch.
Andy, good
morning.
Good morning.
Okay. Morning. We didn't have a
na me pay me
go ahead.
Your friend me last go praboatin make us free 2B and takrade.
Okay.
Na me pese me busa questions me. Who say Crystal Palace captain Mark Guehi about captain's handband no boy no. Omudinkai Eman won in first one. And yesterday it was our boy, yes, I throw the same thing. So
I love you.
Right now, no, what is the FA going to do about it? And if say FA be beat you or not there, what about his face down captain or no on board that handband in the what are they going to do about a person too? And my second question is say, don't you think say Van Nistelrooy was he praising no kakra because Leicester City they were really suffering or no more brave pa and yesterday I think say you see a little improvement in their game. And what about West Ham coach? I think say what's almost sacking because the team now better after the other more also almost sacking because watch on the I don't see any say or beat him do baby.
Number one. Oman for say no work today, boss. Yes, sports no. And sports in the Iowa. Yes, boss. Because of politics in the breaking Accra. And this is an opera be sports in the hand and opinion in rare. The best sports in the world, on politics and the sports. That is the Tomo Mubusa say, yes, sports, and there will be no sports on Kesben TV. Tinuan Yohan. Let's go, first of all, I agree with you, sir. Lupitege is long overdue. They need to sack him because West Ham United, more players. Okay, there are Bogwin who play for all top teams in the EPL. Lucas Paqueta, when fit and on form, will start for most of the top teams in Europe, not even EPL. Nicolas Fulkrug is a very good player. Michel Antonio is a good player. Somerville is a good player. Kudus, good player. Guido Rodriguez, good player. Carlos Soler, good player. Essen Alvarez, good player. Todibo, good player. I don't know why Lopetegui intimidates Juma. Intimidatum say I also more permanent 10. It's long overdue. On the captaincy issue, I think I have to check. But Magu, he doesn't care. Unzemrofonom is so principle. Say na me Madrid to me. This is how I feel. I don't care. Until you know, damn the consequences. And only at their way. So I think I have to check the rules and the regulations. Last couple now question you at the end.
Van Nistelrooy. Say I think say we need okay. Because
who's that? Van Nistelrooy no question anything out of prison nana.
Yeah, because Leicester City was really suffering. No more break because most of their games you won't see their passes were not even they were not getting their passes together.
Okay. What about if someone raised the argument, say, oh, we change the coach be a results into a new coach bounce? What will be your response to that?
Okay, I'm not talking about the results, Ankasa. I'm talking about their previous matches. They were not getting their passes together. They were really suffering. Even you see, say, from the back to Jamie Vardy, there were no connections. They were disjointed. Nothing. But Andrea wouldn't be say at least the passes were going up and they were doing something.
Okay, imagine they had all the passes together and they have lost. It would have been the same thing. So we still get back to the results.
Matthias, but I think so.
No, for yesterday I agree with you. So why are there? But I'm saying that one game per year, you team from Moabaso. Your man time kakra. Because even at Man United 4 game, he did well, right?
Yes.
He did very well. But anyone can go on there be a man time and Sani Ababonabaso. Why?
Okay. Medase.
Yo, you chat at the phone na.
Pacho you. Michelle.
Okay. Medase. Oh, Charlie. The guy has just gone offline. Okay, Aloy is waiting and so let me pick Aloy. You see your life, Aloy. Oh, Aloy also networking in here. Aloy. Aloy.
Andy, good morning.
Aloy, Okasa no wechi. Morning.
Now where are you?
Na me adu mo na so eh.
The question is about.
Meteo, Okasa no wechi meteo.
My question is about.
What's that?
Messi Greenwood.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Okasa no.
Yeah, what you mean, Andy?
Meteo, Okasa no wechi do.
Yeah, my question is about Messi Greenwood. Is there a chance for him to still be part of Man U? Because from the look of things, you see, Messi Greenwood was actually better than Anthony, and I can even say Ahmad, even though the guy is performing nowadays. But Osha the messaging with the man before Ansana incident in Ibesina, he was far better than all these two right wingers. So, like, is there any a chance as Ruben Amorim Maba or Jumari? Like, is
The
there be a
decision of
chance that
Mason Greenwood
Obetuma
coming back
join?
to Manchester United, remember, the decision to come back at United has nothing to do with the coach. It is a board and the whole team decision. He will not come back.
So even if say like he performed to the top level, say like right now as we see Vinicius, we see Lami Yamal, he can never still come back. Or
It is done and dusted. He's not coming back. And it has nothing to do with his performance. It goes beyond performance.
oh, okay. And then my
All right.
second question is Mbappe. What is actually the problem of Mbappe? Like right now, look, because Mbappe now, even though before I signed Obama Madrid, and then form I hear some way somehow. But Mbappe na no was actually performing because some Osha Madrid matches are some boss be a who say oh with the easy ball Mbappe be share. We don't know why like as if say go me who say net na ya who say deal. What is actually going on with Mbappe?
He's playing under pressure. I've explained this over and over. He's playing under pressure. That's all.
Because you see, you know, Mbappe performed in the World Cup finals. There's
It's
no game in
what's
this
that?
world that there's no game I was as you a pressure boom chain World Cup finals. And the guy live up to his billing, but I don't know why in here. Or perform is it because we're changing league and in my own team performing and I said we should give him time.
Oh, Mbappe say mechire munche yo machire msisi Charlie. Machire bro 5 times. Your reasons now sitting in a point. He's playing a new league, a new teammate. He's supposed to prove better than those players around per the name that he achieved for himself. Unfortunately, in the France team, he has nothing to prove. But in Madrid, he has something to prove. That is the difference. And you scoring 2 penalties for France is clearly different from stepping up at the Santiago Bernabeu. Two different things. And he's playing under pressure, that's all.
Okay. And then my last question has to do with the Madrid Academy. Per what Raul Asensio is doing right now, do you think Madrid should focus more on the Casillas and then try to give the young guys chance there, or Madrid is Madrid, so they should go on buying and then selling their academy players?
Have they won 15 Champions League because they sign quality players or because they depend on the Castilla? Hello?
Oh, we have won because yes, I need big name players.
And I'm saying,
Yes, but
have
you
they
see,
won 15 Champions League because they sign top players or because they resort to the Castilla?
oh, because they sign top players.
So it ends there.
But per what Raul Asensio is doing right now, it seems we have like qualities in the Castilla that can match these people and what they are doing.
Ada Raul Asensio about
You
Champions
don't
League
think?
final Adiana.
No, like
Player,
no.
when you see players, but Ike Casillas was from Castilla. Raul was from Castilla. Rodrigo was from Castilla. Casemiro was from Castilla. And then Vinicius Junior was from Castilla. What again do you need?
You see, all these players are on mention or money. Like for instance, Vinicius then Rodrigo. Bought Castilla up to 2 years and main team.
It doesn't change
There's some
anything.
free there.
The first thing remained they played in the Castilla. Or
Oh, okay. So to me, the reason why it's here, I was here top all those I was here sign top players. But to me, I think say so instead of like buying the top names, you better Accra, then we merge them with our Castilla players so that they can also it can also boost their confidence that, oh, see, I'm more performing. They will also stand a chance of coming to the main team.
Minim o problem I was say with team. Ekoto players. No more quality coach. No more budget titles. Also, we are fan of open pen. Open so on concurrent na open. I don't get you.
Because we would love to see our Castilla players also performing at the biggest stage. And even like within
And
our
I'm saying
teams
that
as
Babadi
well.
was from Castilla or not, or now I'm from Castilla.
Yeah, or the ball Castilla, but okay.
Let Real Madrid
I think
resort to Castilla.
I'm okay.
They will, let Real Madrid
Because
resort to
my
Castilla. They will go 30 years without the Champions League. Hello?
okay. Okay.
I think your time is
That's
up.
fine.
Mama,
Initial.
it's elemental.
Yeah, I mean,
Mwana me man.
initial.
Okay. Mama. Tap on the screen, tap on the screen. You go to YouTube and subscribe, and the Kerm Sports TV on YouTube. And the Kerm Sports TV on YouTube. Oh, and the Kerm Sports TV on YouTube. And the Kerm Sports TV on YouTube. Type on the screen, type on the screen. More person watch out there now watch it. Type on the screen. Oh. Monaco coming from Monaco. Yeah, let me pick Monaco here. Monaco go offline now. We pick you in fact. Oh, teaser. Thanks so much. I'm waiting for your gift. I'm waiting for your gift. Yeah, Monaco, good morning. Monaco.
Good morning. Now where?
Monaco, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Now I'm not answer.
Miss Mohoya pa.
Now I'm not answer.
Never do Mohoya pa.
Meto unka ona kasa.
Ah, okay. Me that's so o ma kunya na ba. Na mbese musa say like they be awo ba. Say who days awo de ba. Life.
Monaco meto unka na kasa.
And I'm saying the same who say like baby about online. I say what days awo de ba you know.
Ah, me o days am de ba ne de bia na me ba. Me thank I won't say no. Mostly days am de ba pa no. Yeah, me ta ba homachi mum. No say we ke data nka me ye adwuma.
Okay. Okay.
Enye de bia na me ba. Sometimes me ho anu ma ba. Me ho anu ma ba ne de bia.
Okay. Yeah. More question about communities.
Now what's a friend?
I'm a friend Berlin, Germany.
What's a friend? Okay, go ahead.
The same say
okay, go ahead.
Black Stars for no.
I'm waiting for someone subscribe to my YouTube channel, the mama why.
Okay, at yebe yama.
Okay.
Yebe. Me se mo lo kwenti almost and the adwuma no ma otuado. Ntianse, fa betu ma jeje kakra.
Otuado. The ndi omo de man na say omo hu ni su coach da. Ono ni coach omo betimi a control no nti na omo de man no a reason na no nti anyare. Ono omo ka so na obeda omo ka so ntena se obeta omo ka so nyina ha obegina nti na omo de man no enye hwe. Power tap on your screen. Power tap on your screen. Monaco nti na omo de man no. He can easily be controlled. It is the reason why they appointed him.
That's how they am why because na say yekoyachi because they pese ko enum pa de otuado.
I think Entina yan qualify for anything yan qualify for AFCON no.
I say
Yo, Matthew.
I'm second question so I'm say minimum say now no tie after the Real Madrid Liverpool Champions League match, Rafa van der Vaart, be my comment, we say Ryan Gravenberch is far better than Jude Bellingham. So me say, well, your opinion, what you know what I'm saying? Is it true?
What's almost a day?
Me say the last time I bought Champions League, Liverpool and Real Madrid. Rafa van der Vaart, former player of Real Madrid, or because Ryan Gravenberch is better than Jude Bellingham. Me opinion about that, Mickey,
One is Ryan Gravenberch better than Jude Bellingham.
Rafa van der Vaart.
One cancer.
Rafael van der Vaart.
Oh, unim di okeka. We also on the side. And I'm still unim di okeka. Also on the side. Gravenberch or Bayern Munich kura onya bi boy.
Okay.
Liverpool, anything when ever. The biggest game our boy we are say a match be. They just sometimes want to be controversial and they just want to make a statement. Gravenberch ball ben our boy we are say a do the Jude Bellingham abon. Which game now our bar? A do the Jude Bellingham abon. Even that game Jude was even half it.
Yeah.
Who player that compare Jude Bellingham and Gravenberch? Gravenberch is not even at the level of McAllister. He's not even at the level of McAllister. No, the number do Jude Bellingham.
Today no who ya.
Jude is far. Now Holland 14 ni na. Or moment for the snow. What is it Jude Abobo? Cup minus Tijani Rendes, Gravenberch, and does Gravenberch even start for the Dutch national team? Does he? Enfino. My name is Awaria.
I come last question.
Hello.
Far, assistants right now so far in the Premier League, English Premier League, and assistants so far. Liverpool for more chance of meeting Adriana. Results of many the last games from Mabon. It is some meeting Premier League now.
And the member ball.
You're bullying watch 10 points there. So what chance it will be? Oman ti have any other form coaching. Comfort. Obi Kasabane Kasagui.
Okay. Things so far. I'm married to be to me about.
Okay, Marty. Oh, can't put a free so. Oh, Charlie. Edium. I'm sure. Oh, Indiana on the board. Thanks so much for the gift. God bless you. God richly bless you. So you can go to Andy Kerm Sports TV on YouTube, and then you subscribe to the channel. And the Francho, Edipano also. Sedu, thanks so much for the gift. And the Kerm Sports TV on YouTube, and then you subscribe to the channel. Sedu, thanks so much. You be want me pick up my network in you.
Yeah, madam.
I'm meet you. But we didn't baby I free.
Professional Andy, so I have Francho there, make us say Francho.
Oh,
my
okay.
follow watch. The way we see analysis for Ghana Premier League, my follow watch pa. I mean, sure, it do a cheap baby.
Nothing.
Send your menu about cocaine or whatever my list, dear, what they buy online, send a bear, a BBI, a big giant, a bear near you, MIA, whatever.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. And the idea about Hami Ghana Premier League is about baby any gold stars. Minya nipa ba ko busa ne questioner. Ka me busa coach from poor man so say apia makati any day.
Okay. What checking? What checking the fitness of Apia Makati?
Oh, 100%. My real papa.
Oh, the last time I who Makati that way.
The last time I who Makati, I was filled so I bobo ana.
Aye.
Filled so I bobo. I think say last year.
Last year. Why? Any name to was here. Any name to was here. Why?
And unim.
Metie.
Unim my busa penini bi. My busa penini bi. Penini no enhyehyɛ ne sɛ ana nanum kasa ne sɛ na ɔmo call camp ɛwɔ on say ɔmo yɛ pre-season no ɔmo call camp ɛwɔ Cape Coast. Enti ɔmo yɛ pre-season no ɛna apia ho mfa no. Enti ɔra ne ba Kumase for hospital or by hospital. Enti ɔno ɔmo anwie pre-season no. Enti ɔmo started first to 4 matches no. Na apia Makati enye full fit said afi na no ɔmo de ɔno nso pre-season ato ɛkwan mu nhyehyɛ ama. But after 4 matches no na apia 100% ebesi ne a obetimi abobo. Now one thing is
I don't want to argue with you.
One thing is Coach Frimpong Manso will issue with Apia Makati. Yes, I'm penning for because him say Makati a player, yeah, Ashanti region for no, or yeah, one of the best player, yeah, need done so. Na me who do I mean sinche, yeah, bomb man say or betimi apeja, enti onunti krano. Se omone kotokone imoba ye run for stadium koheno but Frimpong Manso ni Apia Makati wo personal issue yes re ba bia ni Gold Stars for say omuntime nka issue no enwia omunya akwala no because Apia Makati ye player bia mimi hu ne say Ghana Premier League no ye ni ne seso ewom but coach ni ne akwala no issue to the extent say FA Cup
Makati assessment out around to what Makati assessment that was assessing how Katiti assem. The last time I saw Makati, 6 match. And the last time I saw Makati. Because baby any coach baby any Gold Stars and become Chelsea. Makati was part of the team. I was disappointed. I was very disappointed. And chair, ni nipa bi frame from Abuchi. No pedila man. And common equal. I'm saying that you can love Makati, but the reality is that Makati has fitness issues. Minim obini obi problem and obini problem. But to so far who dey room. After the last time who no hear that bay. Players someone cannot correct. Footballers someone cannot correct. I'm not holding brief for any coach, but I'm saying that the Makati that I saw has problem with fitness issues. So Makati any problem with fitness issues are ye moligi medrune na board no bida. No, because they are paying him. He has problem with fitness issues. And so far on shame. You go ahead, now I'm listening.
Andy, to the extent say baby any Gold Stars about FA Cup. Friends say second team players able to the extent say Makati it's not bench. Andy fitness issue no. I think say once I say no more can or Jude Bellingham compare will be ultimate for 1 match and assess say that player is better than Jude Bellingham. What you say? And to be at that 6 match, you know, now our fitness issue that 6 match, you know, I think say last be 6 months as a 7 months as a chinio. But apart from 6 match, you know, and what you know, what try play and ABM?
He is not fit.
To the extent
I'm making. On your feet, oh no.
And if
on your feet, oh Makati number friend Busano, me say he is not fit.
My pen number.
My pen number.
So one number crown and Kaminya.
Meaning a number. Me mini play be a number. Mini play be a number.
Andinie.
Mini play be a number. Why we are my for you for why?
Andy for be now be so chair ne hame for be.
Martin said to me that I said good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Andy.
Let's go catch you.
I now no crowd me who message Martinia reply Nemia. Who said yes season no edru no pressure abomiti ama eniama ayi. Nti na want me can na me say me message crowd. But me question here me answer. Me pese me busa Andy. Coach Ogun na so na din. And I said because of ni PhD in the Kutan Nintino, or mu players no more year, man, who almost said, oh, my class. And you have my first question. My second question here, Guardiola. Guardiola, the tactics, na say, wa kwesi. And I told you, Miasa, Barcelona, so. Now, winning now, Munya to us, baby, no. Madrid, I don't use or Madrid League, you know. Now, a new coach, yeah, can say, new coach, but team more. Aha, sir, in 2009, will be a person fighting a position, you know, and Nana a lead or one, 90 league, you know, who are on betting me. My question now,
okay, Professor, I know Coach Ogumon.
Aye.
Coach Ogum will problem with only players didn't come across problem. Or problem so only players here Casacran. Okay. Otimiya players or still are Otimiya players, Otimika Casabiche players, my Otibi, Otiana a funny keke. Otiana a funny keke. Into a problem with money.
Who said, or you are better than anybody.
Yes. Or our problem.
Okay.
That players are Papa Tim and Gambaboni say. So what I say?
It's very, very bad.
It's anybody I can already also. It's your problem pie. The problem pie no. And a position on the band team in man feel comfortable. Be intimate can say. But I don't say it's so much. It's also my inner circle. Aha. It's say or ye list on Bepam. Or ye list on Bepam. The problem pan managing the materials available and on any uploaded the rapport between him and the players. Now to Pep Guardiola, I never said to be a who say, Coach be away at DBI players ya. So him Zadia.
Mo medasi. Yeah, me say prayers. No,
there be a deba a common sense. Yeah, but Bobo na say referee ama e bitimi amobiadi ana meboa. Yeah, but Bobo na coach ama e team players na bi na bench meboa. The team captain cry selection me Bobo ana.
Ampa.
Yeah, but Bobo na say referee ni wa e team ma obi gina mfimfin di ana meboa. Yeah, but Bobo match commissioner ni ho obi timi gina match commissioner. But Bobo na players ni wa e bitimi abobo. Yes, without players obi anye CEO. Without players, will be a chairman. Without players, the team ni ho. The players are the most important thing of football. The tactics now you can 4-1, 4-1, 4-2, 3-1, 3-4-1. No. So when your players are the you could see where. So what I say?
Okay.
That is missing certain quality materials and money team here take. It is the reason why he's struggling. As in now. And now last question here there.
Barcelona,
dear. Oh, on say Barca had a very good preseason, and I won't say the Beyond America say team demand the name more. On say Vinicius preseason we wanye bi kura, and I'm one here. Jude Bellingham anye preseason, Mbappe anye preseason. Or did you go by last minute? So what I say? All those players, because of Copa America and Euros, no much fee. But a Madrid, any demand is huge into beyond. And so Barca had a very good start because of their preseason, and they had a very good coach. Our team built the team very well. 80 hands fleck in the yard there. Because players know the ball, the coach is 10 and 8 to be able to. But I think that
including Guardiola,
I think that going forward, you know. Teams in who say, "O person on in Kurana but so more near thing." Into where real that. Okay, Celta Bigua. Omuna more near thing. And I say,
Katashipa.
And ye dear Mayoka for the bobo on the first half. No, second half on a sign. Until no man to me, I'm second half. Into be able so more near dear. Over to Barcelona, boy, and just a coach in Nadi.
Okay. And the league, you know, Barcelona beat Yadiana.
See, at the end.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. Me feel what you want to see me.
Okay, Martin. Okay.
Right.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
Medio also.
I no pay about me about there.
Na me adumo.
I'm asking. Na guy back could be McCarthy wasem because he baby ni.
Okay.
Yeah. Na can be saying I'm refer no the issue of what this coach no McCarthy wo issue a. Omo ni issue bi a McCarthy no fit.
I don't make a chance on your feet.
So I say because midfield na bono. So why no obi on ho dey dey bia dey be lusu ayi wo. Into coach won share nka dey bia McCarthy won man mo bia say this. The guy is not fit. Into be so we fit ankasa na dey na gide na dey no ba bo ni. Into obasa na o ka say bia coach ni na ma dey amene na nya adwen sa.
Okay, me that's it pa. Yeah. 6 match na me ba obe hwe mo no Chelsea match ni bi. Me hu McCarthy me ni anye. So what you say?
McCarthy na nim no those time prepared or stadium na McCarthy ni.
No, he's not fit.
Yes. That guy is not fit. And the question be the Liverpool they started you change call EPL Omaji say.
Omaji one.
That's it. They can't be say Liverpool there be Liverpool aje league best say ni say chinchina go any make debate.
There be the club oje ya nko.
That's it. So I say, that's it. And then the social media, Ghana so say ya dey me ya. On the party compare ACN. Say party is more better than ACN.
Obi anya sa.
Oh, social media on here na.
Obi anya sa. Eni pa kron hwe bo nche. Fane so we hwe bo nche.
Hey, my Kelesian Chelsea player my Kelesian. What about
and I'm say fane say ni pa kron hwe ball nche. Fatachu tu. Why?
Matia. And then the last video so can say these are blasters. And the bone can be named to local players, you know. They found more blasters. They not foreigners, then come baby out.
You just
foreigners, then come baby out. We foreign now, we a good player. So I say Niger know how my player been about Chelsea, about AOA. And if you want to qualify, about mommy and talk, you can't say mommy and local players. Local players on so cool, and my team be fan. Do couldn't have a ball. So
okay. Local players, no. Opportunity local players, no. Chance or more chance qualifies. Or more chance improve. What number one year train more? Why?
They say I nation for defender. Why last my ball boy?
Ghana players will be no selfless.
And you say?
Me say yene Angola who ball boy. Yene Niger will be ball debut.
That's it. And you heard there for Suhine Canada, your players no, omo selfless. That is one thing. Last time no mo your fellow player bamune, obebo ni gidi. First day no, obebo gidi because akwe Man no ko nice 2-3 matches. Obeka se park kura anka bo kura mbo bi da.
No correct.
So atu achene ni ho, obi aye ne de. Obi aye ne de na ti last time ankasa menyi ni se beboa. Ompa mo nton. Anaso mo farmer loan na
Okay, Mate. Serjan.
Andy. Good morning.
So, good morning. Odin baby akase free.
Serjan, I'm in UK.
Okay.
My
UK Quebec.
Blackpool.
Okay.
Me were questions kakrevi.
Okay.
The first one, me care Teta. So we team beat say Chelsea, Man U, Liverpool. Say omuba into competition be omu compete for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. Pe anya that they get something omusu bibi. Ateta abe peki Arsenal team no be able na baso say wayadi.
Menko omo mo bona baso menka ho.
Aha, nti me question no ba. But I say Mimi Huni say what be peki team they are in their best form, but at the end of the day, they are showing nothing. And still, as my fans and who say he's still the best person for them. Because what I know is say when we are Chelsea bit my picky form, grab a trophy Jason. And a man you bit my picky form, even with man you form in last season,
because one, he has tuned the mentality of the Arsenal fans to a mediocre mentality. Number 2, I don't think Arsenal is demanding much from Arteta. If say Omo Mane who say when Timmy and they will sack him, he will set up. On say big coaches, on where you want say results are you sack them. What I say?
But it says so. I be proven no say so a big coach because
Ateta. What did they or big?
Or let me say Wabe show say like honestly a good coach.
Yeah, he just a normal coach. What has he done? Nothing. Onyeshi. Ateta Onyeshi. He just comfortable. On the way you man are comfortable. Yeah, would demand less. But your mom who say one we near you be sacked that. So it is the reason why Arsenal for say you near more Champions League, you qualify why you see the mentality. So it is about the mentality. Real Madrid the Champions League last season, they still want to win it this time. Mentality. That is the difference. Chelsea coach, what now 1 year, 2 years on Bepam 1 year. That is the level. That's the mentality of the team. The Arsenal for they are only falling for the mediocre thinking now. That's it.
This evening, your money, man, you born. Who is say?
Oh, my can't want some crowd. Make a double chance for Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
Double chance for Arsenal.
Okay, thank you. Now my question, and I'm one.
Okay, it's almost 11. Charlie. I have seen a lot of people on the line. Kindly go to and the Kerm Sports TV on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. It's 10:57. I started around 8:30. Honestly, my battery is even low. I beg, even in say 108 now also. Let me charge my phone. I'll come back in the afternoon before the games, or probably I'll come back in the evening before the games. Thanks for your time. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel on YouTube and the Kerm Sports TV on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. I'll come back later in the day after the games in the Premier League and the Spanish La Liga, and then we'll review how the team performed in their respective games. My battery is even down. I have to find something to eat. I've not taken my breakfast. Thanks for your time. I'll see you later in the day.